$29.10 and $6.30. Gobbled up Specialist and others, and has been able to score in the last for Gerald Ryan and owner Mr. John Thompson by Success Express from Lockreen and Daniel. He's been a good money spinner. 7 wins from 28 starts. He's a horse that a race takes quite a bit out of him, and once he gets home to his stable and has his den, he just lies down for quite a percentage of the night. And he's a darn good racehorse. Number 3, Daniel, is first, ridden by Brett Preble. Number 2 is second, that is Specialist, ridden by Glenn Boss for Gay Waterhouse, 220. And number 11 has run third, Bracing Rhythm. I thought, my goodness, at the 250, Bracing Rhythm, who mixes his form. He's paid $5.40. 13 ran fourth, that was Bedouin. 5th and 6th to follow. I can tell you the Quinella in New South Wales, 74.70. An exacta of 141.50. The trifecta's paid $2,989.50. The first 4 on 3, 2, 11, 13, 17,000 and 63.30.
And that's the first 4 dividend across the line. Those first 2 across the line were equal top raters off our Inside Running program this morning. Among the equal top raters for Butte, Quinella and Exacta Pay. Daniel, the sprinter, first up, or should I say sprinting first up. A horse who's won from 1,400 to 2,400, had never won less than 1,400, but today with Brett Preble in the saddle, over the mile, and having just its second run back from a spell, proving too good. First up, finished 4 lengths in arrears of Terrible Taurus in a welter over a mile. So second up today.
It's over 3, Doug Bromack, and 2, Willamette. Let's look through them here, and it's 11s, Willamette. 5.20 for Doug Bromack. Then Gold King at 2.90 is the favourite for the Carousel. Miami Beach at 5, 19 Max Mate, and over to 9.70 Sudden Strike and Forest Elbow at $10. That's coming up in 5 minutes from now. They're heading to the boxes at Wentworth Park as well here, so things are going to get busy. We've got the big one at Bankstown, the Carousel final.
Favourite, all set. Racing in the Carousel final, a good level line away from the front. It was 2. Frosty Warrior, Doug Bromack, Willamette, Fort James as a line of 4 across the track. Gold King's going to be caught a little wide to that first turn. Willamette went roughly for a stride up near the leaders. Max Mate getting through on the pegs from Miami Beach, and then came Sudden Strike. 2 to Devil's Advocate and Forest Elbows back at the tail end. Coming up around the turn the first time, again Willamette midfield going roughly. It checks Sudden Strike for a stride or 2. Doug Bromack's going to press on and find the lead. So Doug Bromack's going to lead by about a half length on Fort James, again trying to kick through and hold him out, but Doug Bromack eventually gets across. A length away third is Frosty Warrior. They were followed by Max Mate and Gold King as 5th. Willamette goes through on the markers from Miami Beach. Devil's Advocate takes off 3 wide, and Miami Beach came out in front of him. Then Sudden Strike, and 2 off. Last of all is Forest Elbow. Heading into the back straight, Doug Bromack in front. He leads by a length on Fort James. Gold King's come out of the running line to go up without cover. Miami Beach is 3 wide around Frosty Warrior from Max Mate. 3/4 to Willamette. Sudden Strike. Second last now is Forest Elbow, and Devil's Advocate's gone back to the tail end. Doug Bromack to the 1,200 metre top turn in front, leads a length. Miami Beach eventually gets to the breeze second, and Fort James third, trailing the leader. 4th and 1 Gold King, the favourites in a nice spot mid-race. Then came Max Mate, a length to Frosty Warrior. Devil's Advocate's now gone to the markers from Willamette. Sudden Strike and Forest Elbow starts a run from the tail end of the field. Around the home turn to hear the bell in the Cumberland Hyundai Carousel final. Doug Bromack in front, Josh Willie had a sustained peep to the right. Miami Beach is on his outside, and Forest Elbow leads the 3 wide line. Gold King's in the 1-1. On the inside was Fort James. Gold King's coming out of the 1-1. Then Max Mate followed by Frosty Warrior. The next one was Devil's Advocate from Sudden Strike, and Willamette last of all. Doug Bromack to the back straight the final time. 600 to run. Leads 3/4 on Miami Beach. Gold King went back in around Fort James. Forest Elbow was next. Then Max Mate from Frosty Warrior. They were followed by Sudden Strike, Devil's Advocate, and Willamette last of all. Doug Bromack shaken up in front, 400 to go. He leads by about a half length. Second on the outsiders, Miami Beach from Gold King, again coming 3 wide. Then Fort James, Frosty Warrior, Max Mate. Further back was Forest Elbow, Sudden Strike, Devil's Advocate, and Willamette last of all. Doug Bromack's got them stacked on the bend. He leads by a half off on Miami Beach. Gold King 3 out, then Fort James and Sutton Strike as they turn. Doug Bromack in front. Gold King's joined in fast. Fort James getting back to the pegs, and Miami Beach is kicking in the centre. Gold King and Miami Beach with Fort James getting through. Gold King just in front, and Gold King wins the carousel. Gold King and Eck on Miami Beach and Fort James third. Then Sudden Strike, Doug Bromack and Max Mate, followed by Frosty Warrior, Forest Elbow, Devil's Advocate and Willamette was last. Gold Kings won the carousel, number 6 at 2:10 and 150, Blake Fitzpatrick. What a great season Blake is having. And he drove what was the perfect race on Gold King, 2:10, 150, number 6. Has won the carousel. Gold King is first.
Yeah, Blake Fitzpatrick, good on you, Blake. Gold King, 2:10, 150 defeats Miami Beach and Fort James. And that's the winner of the Carousel Pacers final tonight at Bankstown. Big